Has this ever happened to you? Hey, Jonathan, did you know Pete Davidson is dating Kim Kardashian? Facebook decided it was important for me to know that last week. And because I couldn't resist the clickbait, every advancement in their relationship shows up in my feed. I fully anticipate every kiss, cuddle, and public spat with Kanye or Yeezy or Ye to show up in my feed. How often do you find yourself pulled into online and offline conversations that have little to nothing to do with anything that you actually care about, but are important to like large groups of people, like the fine folks at Stylecaster? And that's not an endorsement. That's just who popped into my feed. I really don't care how to best access the Real Housewives of the OC for free. But seriously, how often are there things that are important to lots of other people, but not that important to us? When this happens, we could be dismissive of folks' genuine feelings and sincerity in caring about a person or a particular issue. Or we could be curious and ask questions so we get to know the person better. It's true, I may not care about what the person in front of me is talking about, but I want to communicate that I care about the person that's talking. They are someone made in the image of God. And one day, I may want them to care about something that's important to me, like the intersection of climate change and racial justice, or the abortion case that's before the Supreme Court, or how the Spurs are the most disrespected NBA franchise ever. Now, you might be saying, Jonathan, you didn't interact with a person. This was just an article. There's no real person. I would say you're half right, because Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian are actually real people. And my posture towards them needs to be just as open, curious, and kind as it would be online as if I actually knew them. Because the media that surrounds them is just that. It's media. It's not them. I don't know them. So I can't use my computer screen as a filter or a judge to shame, dismiss, or crush the image of God in them, or anyone for that matter. Now you might say, Jonathan, that's intense. That's too much work. And I say this work is worth it if it helps people to know that their thoughts, feelings, values, emotions are valuable. See, loving your neighbor online and in real life, kind of the same thing. It's certainly worth it. One tool from our Emotionally Healthy Activist course to help do that is knowing the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic value. Intrinsic and extrinsic values. Pretty simple. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian aren't valuable because of their fame and significance of their blue checks and endorsement deals. They're valuable because they're made in the image of God and hold indescribable worth to Him, independent of and certainly before the first person hired or followed them. That's intrinsic. Extrinsic is all the stuff that dominant culture heaps on them that supposedly now we're all supposed to agree with and promote too. Intrinsic versus extrinsic. Great to be aware of both, but one is obviously more important than the other one. You know which one, right? Intrinsic, the God-given one, not the TikTok one. Got questions? Go over to patreon.com/IVED and let's